All right. Welcome back to The Exit Row. Paige, Justin.
Hey, guys.
How we doing?
Good. Episode 28, bro.
It's been a minute. It's been
been a
legitimately a minute. In real time, it's been quite a minute.
Quite a while. Quite a few months, yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're going to address the elephant in the room here shortly, but everyone heard about the argument, right?
Yeah.
The argument. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't fun.
It was an ordeal. Lots of drama.
Not proud of what happened.
No.
Not proud of things that were said.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that were said. A lot of regrets now that are being had.
Speaking of regrets, specifically the third member of the party that's not. If you are looking at video, watching us via video, you'll notice it's just a duo. Actually, it's just a duo. Still the exit row, but just a duo. We're now just on we're just a 2-2 configuration now.
2-2 configuration. I like that, actually.
A 2-2 configuration, if you will.
The exit row 2-2 configuration, like on an ERJ, yeah.
We used to be a 3-seat, but now we're a 2-2.
Yeah, we used to be a 737, now we're in ERJ 175.
But anyway, can you believe that about Adama? Can you even believe that?
I can't even believe that happened. That's ridiculous, bro.
The nerve.
The audacity.
The nerve.
The audacity.
Absolutely.
I can't even believe it.
Well, this is weird. This is a little interesting.
Do you hear something?
All right. Here's what happened. Nothing happened. He's here. So if you're on video.
Hey!
All right. So anyway, this is the exit row. This is episode 28. Some might call it season 2. Who knows? We'll figure that out as we go.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
But anyway, welcome back, guys.
Still in the queue.
It's been a minute. We're Adama's getting wired in.
Hey, guys.
It's good to be back together.
Not so close to that camera, too.
So let's just clear the air. Nothing happened.
No.
Yeah.
Technically nothing. I mean, technically nothing. We didn't have an argument or anything.
No.
The rumors are not true. Let's just clear the air.
Yeah.
What were the rumors, though?
Well, if you don't know, you shouldn't find out.
Well, darn it. I wanted to hear these
Dang it.
juicy
The rumors were not true
Seemed like a good story, but you know.
for the most part. Wink, wink.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
me either. Okay.
But anyway, I mean, a lot has. So let's just. So the last time we technically got together via the exit row, we were talking about Dorkfest.
Yeah.
Spot LAX.
I feel like we're closer to the next Dorkfest than we are for the
Oh,
last
for
time we
real.
talked.
That,
I just
say it that way. You're like,
yeah.
It's new year, new us.
New year, new exit row.
Oh,
Same.
hey, we all needed a break, school,
Things
work.
happen.
holidays.
Holidays, right?
It's called life. All right, it's called life.
Life.
It's called life.
Live life.
Believe it or not, we live in the same city, and we still can't get together once a month. But anyway, we're here now, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
So let's see. So after Dorkfest happened, man, September.
That's
I
crazy.
can't
It's
even-
been
I can barely
4 months now.
So in real time, we're it's Thursday evening here. I can't even remember noon earlier today. I'm not even sure what happened in September, to
I
be
feel
quite
that.
honest.
Wake me up when September ends.
The holidays
Exactly.
happened. Did you guys have a
finally.
Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
yeah, I did. Yeah.
I was in Milan.
I was in Fremont.
Oh, I missed the Fremont trips.
Nebraska.
I missed the Fremont trip reports.
Fremont trip reports happen about every other week. So
Yeah, everything's
I'll give
good.
you an update every time I go. Give you a trip
Everyone had a good
report.
holiday. We obviously all made it into the new year. Welcome to 2025.
Yeah.
2025.
Crazy.
Closer to 2030 now than we are 2020.
Adama, would you like to address if you're watching via video, would you like to address your current situation? The hair.
Oh, God.
I was like,
Yeah, so...
did not brief on this.
yeah. So my hair is growing. I'm growing the hair out some more. It's that retired life.
That's
Retirement hair.
That's a coming Pages poll. Should he cut it? Yes.
Should I?
Oh, this is veteran hair right here.
This is the I'm going to look like Gandalf eventually. So
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Go ahead and send in some nicknames for Adama. We would like to hear them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh God. So funny you guys say this. So last week I did. My job currently, I do I help out with the software that's being developed. I'm kind of I tell people, hey, this is how you use it.
You're a nerd. Got it.
I don't code at all. I have no idea about coding. I don't want to know anything about coding. So I'm teaching people the software, and I sometimes will do user engagements. I'll do courses. I teach people the course. And one of these, sometime last week, I had a old coworker of mine who used to work on the NAOC. He was coming through the class, and so one of his feedback was, it's anonymous feedback, but I knew it came from him directly. Was like, can the instructor please shave their beard or cut it? Like, straight up,
calling out.
I'm used to it.
Anyway,
It's okay.
so yeah,
Taking a stab. Wow.
it looks like you've been off the podcast. Like if you didn't know any better, it looks like you've been gone for years, and now you're.
Oh God.
It's like the movie Castaway.
Yeah.
Poor Adama.
And then Tom Hanks had to really play into the role.
Oh, yeah.
You're Tom Hanks right now.
Oh,
really playing.
We're like
Really?
Andy in The Office when he goes out on his 3-month boat trip.
Yeah, better reference. Better reference.
That's a better. Yeah.
So anyway, since we have been gone, obviously, like we've traveled here and there.
Yeah.
There's some like we're obviously not going to get into everything because people A don't want to hear it.
No.
B, we don't have that much time, but we do want to know a couple things.
Yeah.
You want to since you just happened to join us, you want to start us off, Adama?
You want me to start off? Okay.
You were late to the party anyway.
Let's go ahead and talk about
That's
me, I guess. I don't really want to talk about me, but
Shocking.
You guys want me
Yeah,
to
right.
talk about me.
Or it all.
Oh, your mic. Oh,
why
no, it's
you
a
did-
little loose.
That's why I wanted you to go.
All right. So let's talk about what I did last year. So I did a lot of traveling in the final part of the year. And so that goes for my birthday, I went and traveled a bit. I wanted to go to San Diego to go see where I was born. So I finally went back to where I was born, sent video to my mom.
Did you reenact it?
Yes. Yes. I in fact, my mom, she did this to me like I was Simba, like. So.
Spiritual moment.
That caught me so off guard. Like, excuse me?
Went back for the reenactment.
So, yeah, I went to Phoenix for a little bit, and then I went out to San Diego. Landing in San Diego is awesome when you come from the east side. And it's just, that is an awesome landing coming over so shortly, or, over all the buildings right there. San Diego is just so congested. And they change the runway direction all the time.
There's only the one, too.
Yeah, there's only one. So, yeah, I went out to San Diego for my birthday.
San Diego.
And really love San Diego. It's really cool. Did a little bit plane spotting there. I also went to the other end of the runway where there's a naval area that's open up to everybody. And it was really cool to get some like breakfast or brunch at this one restaurant that was like right in the flight path. So it was really cool. And then I went out to LA for my birthday and then came back. So nothing really big on there, but I did have the goal to fly all the main lines.
That's right. We're all waiting to hear. Did that happen?
Yeah. Hey, so I did it. I did it.
Yay!
I did it. Oh, yeah.
Cue the hands.
Yeah,
Cue the hands.
exactly. Yellow.
There
you
we go. Yeah.
go.
See,
We're
we're
rusty.
still learning. Yeah. So I went to, I finally got all of my main lines.
And what was it that what was the final one to nail?
Well,
Help it to
so
do.
during the
Weird
last,
wording. I apologize.
yeah.
What a choice of words.
So I had 2 more airlines I needed to take. Final nail. Get there.
Disregard.
Yeah.
Too sure why that was.
It's been a while, guys.
Not too sure why that was the vocabulary I chose, but
Yeah, so I never took Sun Country, so I had to do a Sun Country flight. So I did that to go surprise my half brother.
was he surprised?
He was definitely surprised.
Like he didn't know you were
He did
coming
not
the
know
same
I
time?
was coming.
there you go.
I went
Was he
there
happy?
for. Oh yeah,
He's like, oh, jeez.
I actually.
This guy again.
I made a joke, and
Great.
when I opened up the door, and he was like, "Adama," like. So I went down there to go surprise my nephew. It was his birthday, so he was 2 years old. So, or 3. I don't know age.
We'll call it 4, just to be safe.
Yeah, let's call it 8. He's 8 years old. So yeah, I went down there, surprised them. So I went down Sun Country, and then I finished off the year with Alaska.
Nice.
Never
Nice.
flown them, and that was wild. It was really nice
because you flew Alaska, inner California.
Yes.
It's kind of a weird sentence. Just kind of a weird sentence. I always thought.
Yeah.
Not taking them to a hub.
Yeah. It was
Because what you do, you went LAX SFO.
LAX SFO. And I did it as a 2-parter, as in I went on the 737 out, and then I took the I think the Embraer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the
Horizon.
Embraer back. So I wanted to get not just a 737 back.
Best of both worlds with Alaska.
And the great thing was, so my first Alaska was the Toontown livery. But it wasn't going to be the Toontown livery because I was stuck at gate 61 and like, ladies and gentlemen, you're delayed a little bit. There's something that, I said biohazard basically in the aircraft that smelled.
Someone pooped.
I guess so. I guess. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I don't want to know. I don't want to be on that plane. So then they said, it's going to take about 30 minutes. We're going to back this aircraft out and we're going to bring a brand new aircraft in. And then like 5 minutes later, they said, you're now going to be at gate 64. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I look over and I'm like, is that Toontown? And I'm at gate 63. And I'm thinking, gate 63 has it. And then I actually look and gate 64 is on the side. And that was my aircraft.
Lucky.
So
Nice.
I got the Toontown livery. Really pretty on the outside, right? On the inside, it was just the only thing that was Disney inside that I saw was it was just music inside. So
It was music inside?
yeah, there's Disney,
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, Disney music.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it was really nice. So I took it up the coast. It was such a beautiful flight when you
That's a definition of a commuter route right there. Is
Yeah.
LAX SFO.
It was great. And then we were delayed out of LA, obviously. So once I got to San Francisco, I immediately jumped off the aircraft and I missed the boarding for my flight by like a minute.
Good job.
Like,
You had one job.
like, oof, they were still at the edge, like just bringing the gate.
Dang.
Yeah.
In fact, quick side note here. I'm just looking it up. LAX SFO is LAX most common route. I mean, they've got a lot of they've got a lot of commuter routes out of LAX.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
And SFO is the most common.
there was a lot of choice out of there. So
Yeah, thankfully.
I missed it, and then I went back, talked to the customer service agent there in the Harvey Milk Terminal.
Chester?
Yeah, it was Chester. Yeah,
Talk to Chester?
yeah. And
Chester himself.
I don't remember her name. I told her I was going to make fun of her on the podcast. Totally don't remember, but they were really nice. The agents there to help me out. Got on the next plane back up to LA, and that's how I finished off. And I got all my main lines done. Never done that before. I had never taken Alaska, never taken Sun Country.
And you got this like in the nick of time because this was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
New Year's
Eve, yeah.
Like 12 hours later. Would have been out of luck.
Yep.
What else? I got Spirit this year or last year. I got
You should
Avalo.
You should do it
Avello.
again. You should do it again this year, but do them in alphabetical order.
in alphabetical
God.
order. So find
So to go
American.
Alaska, yeah. Or
Alaska, yeah,
Alaska
you're
would
right.
be first,
Alaska's
yeah.
first, and then
Do
America.
you know the alphabet, brother?
I don't alphabetize.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of tough.
That would be difficult.
Do it reverse alphabetical.
Yeah, because and then you're trying to go like Avello, Avalo, however you say them.
It's not even fun at that point. Like
You have to go to New Haven, Connecticut. Like, how many times have I been to New Haven, Connecticut?
it's not like we can take Avalo over to New Haven, from Omaha.
They have other places, but yeah. And then there's Breeze. So
Yeah.
the Breeze was a breeze. There's no don't. I thought there was. So.
Instead, it's just
Guess we gotta add it.
Instead, it's just awkward silence.
Here. There you go.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Big characters of the podcast had big moments. You knocked off all man lines. Randall got all 50 states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big egos of the podcast.
There you go.
Accomplishing big goals.
I heard that big ego.
I myself just made it through another year personally, and I'm happy to say that. So yeah, I don't have a cool goal that you did, but yeah,
I mean, hey, it's an accomplishment.
So he did it on New Year's Eve, and you happened to be out there as well, Paige.
I did, yep. I was out there in LA.
You guys want to talk about that a little bit? Rang in the new
We
year.
went to the AVL New Year's Eve party up at the top of the H.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. We saw O'Malley. We saw Later Tater. He had his retirement
Later, Tater.
that day, the ATC
Here's his pin that he gave
at
out to everybody up
LAX.
there.
We got to talk to him. Danny was there, Linda, Joni, of course, Kevin and Rudy. So much fun getting to go up there and be there for that party.
Yeah, I got to see fireworks and airplanes.
I was at a different party of sorts. No plans.
Now my debacle getting there. Oh yeah.
boy.
So
jeez.
I had booked my flight. So I took Air France out to Paris, obviously.
Why are you going? Why are you going to Paris to get to LA?
To get to Milan. So
Or to
I
get
was
to
saying,
Milan.
so I took it to get to Milan, and then on the way back, I flew up to Amsterdam to take KLM back. However, the problem is KLM I didn't make it in time, so somehow the flight that's booked out of Milan, it was Linate, got out late. So the connection became very tight. So that once I got to Amsterdam, there I was told, you're not going to make your flight. We've rebooked you, which was upsetting because I was really wanting to get on the Dreamliner for KLM. And I was really trying to get in the first class because on the first class they give the little Dutch house.
Dutch houses, yeah.
I wanted that KLM experience, and I got rebooked. But not with a Sky Team. I was
which is a little shocking.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a Sky Team, and they said, nope, we've rebooked you. You now need to go back towards Italy because you're going to go to Switzerland.
So are they like a partner? Why did that happen?
I don't know. They had to rebook me. Well. So because I had first class, they had to rebook me on first class to LA somehow that day. And I guess that was one of the only openings left for the rest of the day because those LA flights.
You were trying to get out that day, I assume, yeah.
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 So the LA flights are, you usually leave early in the mornings because they have to make it all the way over to the West Coast. Because LA, I would have arrived at like 11:15 in the morning. So, but nope, that didn't happen. So I had to go down to Switzerland. So I took Air Helvetica.
Or Helvetic.
Helvetic, whatever. Yeah.
You tell me, you flew it.
Well, I flew them down to Zurich, and then I had to run to try to make it onto my.
Did you literally run?
I did.
Whoa.
Oh.
Really?
And
you never do that in the airport.
I know, I don't.
Actually ran?
So
wow.
I had to run, and then I got to. They have a train or a tunnel. Sorry, what am I trying to say? The people mover that goes underneath the airport to go to the other side of the airport for people to go internationally out of the Schengen area. And interesting,
yes. Chicken, non-chicken.
When you go through that tunnel, they actually have like TVs on the side that like go with the motion of the
train,
the people mover, the tram, what do you want to call it? And so it actually had like cows and had like cheese and like, thank you for visiting Switzerland. It was kind of like, very Swiss, I guess. But I got booked on my first 777 ever. So I took.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
I know, right?
Air
Yeah,
Swiss
I'm shocked.
777. So another thing I got to knock off in 2024 was a 777. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And that was great. The Air Swiss way was great. However,
here we go.
There's always something with Adama.
That's the
No,
thing.
right?
So customs first, because I went through France. France has this new digital way of you doing your passport, and you don't actually get a physical stamp. So because of that, I either entered the Schengen area illegally without a stamp, or Switzerland wasn't having it, and they are sticklers. The Swiss are. Like if you go from Italy into Switzerland,
They're also very neutral.
they are. You have followed the rules. But yeah,
That's a joke.
so they. What was I trying to say? Yeah. So, anyways, the customs guy was like, "You need to keep your passport and keep your ticket for the next 6 months because if somebody questions you, because in Europe you can only be there for like 90 days, going back and forth." So yeah. So I got in trouble. The Switzerland customs, and they said, "Get out of here," and so they let me go. He refused to stamp my passport, I think. But anyway, so I ran to the 777 and. Landed in LA without my bag.
Dun dun dun.
So I had no bags.
Or what happened? What do you mean? You forgot it? Or what?
In the process
bag.
of them moving me from Sky Team over to whatever Air Swiss is it One World, Star Alliance, whichever one
Star
it
Alliance.
is.
Swiss Air.
Thank you. They didn't get my bag, so I had.
Which is kind of like, not saying it's expected, but you did have a crazy kind of change. So the fact that your bag didn't make it is not like, out of all the things that you would maybe not get your bag back, that would be the one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've only lost my bags like once or twice, but usually you get them back. And
Did your bag weirdly make it on the KLM? It's kind of weird.
no, it
Sometimes
came back Swiss Air
Okay.
the next day on the next flight.
You know, like sometimes you'll have a bag. I
Crazy.
don't know if it's happened with you. I've had it happen weirdly a couple of times where like a bag will make an earlier flight weirdly.
yeah.
know?
So
crazy.
that's why you always book or you always put clothes into your carry-on for those situations.
If you're smart, you put the essentials in the carry-on.
Exactly.
100%.
So that's about it when it comes to me and my travels.
Oh, no, that's not true.
I mean, there's more, but I'm not going to talk.
The most
You guys
eventful
flew the
parts.
A350 again, right? When
Yes,
was that?
coming back from your
Or
that
you
was in
flew- I can't
December
remember.
for the
You guys just
LA
traveled so much.
Galaxy Cup champion.
Yes, we did go to MLS
Yeah.
Cup.
Yeah, so that
You guys go to LA
A350.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah, we went to go watch the LA Galaxy in
Yep.
the championship.
So awesome.
Watch them win. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, on the way back, we took the A350.
Which was the Virgin Atlantic or no?
Probably not.
Not that. It
It was from South America.
South America, yeah.
Latam.
Latam, yeah.
What about it? It was ex-Latam aircraft?
Yes. And so those
That was
ones
never delivered or anything, or what?
it used to fly for them and it has a different configuration than the Delta configuration. It still has their configuration, which is not as good as Delta's. I will say that. So but it was nice. I loved it. Of course, being on the A350 is always a good time, so I enjoyed it. So we flew that over to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Omaha, of course. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys also went to Phoenix. I mean, you guys have been a lot of places. Anything else you want to discuss?
Well, I came to LA for Adama's birthday, and I kind of had a very rare scenario happen.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Wait, so when was this?
October 6th.
For Adama's birthday.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even remember this.
It was a long time ago.
Was I there?
No.
No, of course not, yeah. Of course not. Yeah, typical.
Whatever. Paige, what happened?
So I connected in Houston, and my Houston to LAX flight, I ended up doing a go around.
There you go. So, little suspense. Explain.
This was so long ago now.
Yeah.
Hot, thick soup fog. So AVL actually, this was a Sunday. They were doing their Sunday show, and they actually stopped their show early because they couldn't see anything. We were on approach, and I couldn't even see the winglet because the fog was so thick. I maybe saw the ground 2 times, and
Yeah, typical. When you land, when you
Yeah,
take
I
off,
was
when you
gonna say,
land.
you're probably
I don't
gonna-
think that's anything out of the ordinary. But
Well,
it's
it-
just kind
the-
of funny. I was just making fun of you.
oh, I know, but it was just so crazy because I was like, I don't know where we are. And then I saw the ground a little bit flash, and I was like, okay, we're getting close to landing.
The ground flash.
Hopefully.
Yeah, like the fog, like there was like a hole in the fog, and I saw the ground. And then it was
Okay.
gone.
Okay.
Hole in the fog. Whoa.
Yeah.
Round flash.
So yeah, I saw a hole in the fog, for lack of better words, I guess.
Definitely.
And all of a sudden, I thought I felt us start going up, but it was so smooth I couldn't really tell.
What were you on?
then-
A Southwest 737?
737 MAX that actually had in-seat power. So that was the first time I've experienced that, which
On a
was
Max.
super cool.
Yeah, go figure. It was Southwest. Which, by the way, I did do a Max 8. First time ever doing a Max just recently, too.
Yep.
But
And
back to you, Paige.
so I thought I felt us go up, but it was so subtle. And then there was another hole in the fog. And I saw us just slowly pulling away from the ground, and the flaps come up, and I'm like, oh my God, we're doing a go around. And then we come.
It probably happened just like that, too. Like, literally. Like, out.
Oh, I was so like.
So were you by yourself on this flight? Like, there was no one, like Adama there next to, like, hide your emotions?
No, I was by myself.
Oh,
and
jeez.
oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh,
the
jeez.
level of self-discipline I had to have to contain. I wanted to get up and
Why not?
scream.
Why not just let it go?
I wanted to get up and scream and run up and down the
You're on a
aisle.
Southwest flight. You should have just let it go.
People were probably already afraid enough as it was, but I was over there. I was just, I was like, this is something I've always wanted to do. And we came back up over the clouds, and it was just a beautiful sunset.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful. And I got a tour of downtown LA because we made that right hand turn.
Aerial
I was
tour,
coming, yeah, because I was coming north side, turned right for the go around and got a tour of downtown LA because I was sitting on the left side of the plane, so I was able to see downtown. As we took that little detour, we came back and landed, and of course, everybody clapped. And I should also mention that while I was doing this go-around, I got news that my daughter, Diabaya, was going to be in LAX the next day.
Maybe for people listening that don't know what that
they don't know what
just
that means, Paige.
Well, let me explain.
You have a daughter named Diabaya. How old is she?
She's going to be...
Does she not live with you guys? Is this a girl? Boy?
She does. Lufthansa's 747.
Oh, this is a plane. Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a plane,
registration D-ABYA. I love that plane. I built a model of her 7 or 8 years ago and been tracking her all over the world ever since. So that's why she's deemed my daughter. But
is it possible that you love her more than like even your close family? Possibly.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean,
it's close. I really do.
She's a part of my family.
Nothing against like your parents or anything, but I think it's close.
Oh, that or Feedy Boys.
Whoo, don't get me started on Feedy. Woo.
Good job.
That's
Yeah, there you go.
Good job, bro.
So that was just a pinnacle moment right there, being on a go-around and learning that she was going to be in the next day.
Paige's life peaking
So hard. Yes, exactly. And the excitement that I had, that is the most self-control I've ever had in my whole life, I think, because I just wanted to scream. I wanted to
You should have. Just do it. You're not going to see those people ever again. Ironically, you probably would have.
I didn't want to get in trouble with Southwest, otherwise I would have.
But for screaming on a flight, like that's the worst thing that's ever happened on a Southwest flight.
So yeah, I got on the ground. Couldn't see past the winglet because it was that foggy. Next day, I got to see my baby, Diabaya. She came in while Adama was on his way back from San Francisco on Alaska because you saw her out the window. She landed...
No, this is San Diego.
These are different.
San Diego,
trips.
yeah. Whichever one.
That was a 20-minute flight from San Diego up to L.A.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was your San Diego coming in flight.
Yeah, so...
On Delta.
Oh, you guys are getting your LA trips confused. What a burden.
So many LA.
What a tough life you guys
I know.
live.
So like you said, Diabaya landed, and I landed.
Yeah.
And I was... What was it? Oh, yeah, we parallel landed at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So was it Neverland Pixel? Somebody took a video or picture of...
Ben.
It was Ben.
Yeah, because Ben also took a picture of me with Diabaya in the background. And so
there you go.
That's my profile picture on Instagram, is that picture he took of me. So
so I landed, and then since I landed on the south side, Delta is up on the north side, so I taxied right next to Diabaya, and I got a picture inside the aircraft. Somebody was like, "Why are you taking a picture of an airplane?" And I was like,
You don't understand.
Like, so
poor soul.
Someone asked you why you were taking a picture of the airplane?
Well, because I was also on the right side, and I'm like,
Oh.
it was on the left side.
Oh,
Well, see, you left a lot of context
Sorry.
out there.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
That's why we have the podcast. You ask the questions. You ask the hard questions.
Tough questions, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oops.
It's okay.
So,
She's just trying to fly.
She is.
yeah, so I saw Diabaya as well.
We saw her depart as well, and luckily she came in right before the fog set.
Oh, that's
back
right.
in
'Cause
again.
you were getting upset because you're like, oh, I'm going to miss
It
it.
was just meant to be.
The fog was past the control tower, and if you know the layout of LAX, as soon as the planes land, they disappeared. That's how close the fog
Coastal
was.
Eddy when it comes in, man. Yeah.
Yeah, up at the H. As soon as they landed, they were pretty much gone, and that's how close the fog was when she landed. So eternally grateful that it kept itself at bay until afterwards, because it wasn't long after that it came back in pretty thick. So
Yeah.
Because last time you saw her wasn't that Chicago? You didn't see
Chicago,
her
and that
you
was-
saw her from like a distance,
that was through a fence.
right? You saw her from like a
Yeah,
distance, right?
I saw her in Chicago. Yep. So getting to see her in LAX kind of has always been a bucket list item for me, and so I'm happy.
Just seeing her in general, let alone at one of your favorite spots.
Yeah, before last year, I hadn't seen her, and it was always been my dream to just see her. And so getting to see her twice, and
Did she see you though?
she did. She said hi.
I don't know.
Did she wave?
She did. She did. And she spent 3 hours. And actually, when she departed on the south side, and I went to the other corner of the H, and she was taxiing, and then she got like right in between two buildings, and she just stopped there. just to see me. I said my goodbyes to her, and so.
Well, and I think about our first LA trip together, all three of us, and that was when Germany had that strike. So Diabaya was there, and I went to the aviation museum. She was just parked right there waiting.
She left like 3 hours before I got there.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. That was rough.
Yeah. Oh, and I've flown.
Oh yeah.
On her before. Yeah.
Rub it in. Just rub it in.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Okay.
way. Oh,
I got
by the way.
pictures inside her.
Oh, don't.
That sounds weird. Yeah.
That's going to be one of those.
That could mean multiple things.
One of those things we use as a drop later. So
Yeah.
No, not. Actually, I'm not going to play that one again. Please.
Any other flights you had, Paige, or anything else you want to talk about?
So that would be the most memorable. I do have to mention, though, that I did fly the 757, 200, and 300 with Delta. Previously, I'd only flown it with United. So I was able to do that, of course, the A350 again. And then we recently, so our trip back from LA for New Year's, I flew on the A321neo for the first time.
With Delta, American, United?
American, yeah.
Because they all fly them now, United.
Yeah.
flies them.
Yes, they
Yep.
do.
And so and it was a month old. It was a baby plane. She was so cute, and looking out onto her wing, it was just so new. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just no grease, just nothing, shiny, fresh paint. It was so cool just to look out on that
Well
brand
said.
new wing.
It
So
was
new. Well
it was-
said.
It was new baby smell, right? Had
New baby plane smell.
New
yes.
plane smell, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful aircraft. So.
Neo is sweet, yeah. You flew that to Phoenix then, or?
Yeah, and then Phoenix, Omaha, we were on a very old A320. It was a
I think I
culture
remember talking to you guys, and it was like a completely different change of culture, right?
All the A320s are so old.
Yeah.
They are. Every one of them.
Now, typically, planes all kind of have a similar smell. This one on the inside smell old. This was the first time I've experienced that before.
It smelled like
I honestly haven't
grandma's
thought about
house, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I've never thought about the plane smell, actually.
Oh.
I guess they're all about the same.
Just get on any flight towards Orlando. It
Oh.
all smells like just
Like what?
babies. Babies.
Like
Just
babies.
babies, yeah.
Well, you just mentioned the new baby plane smell, so that you're saying this is the human baby.
Human baby,
This is
yeah.
the diapers and it's disgusting.
And you fly to Orlando. Okay.
There you go.
Noted.
Sun
Yeah.
Country this year or last year or the Frontier I took both.
Frontier,
I took
yeah.
both to Orlando. They both smelled like kids and babies. And
Yeah.
yeah,
It makes sense.
it
you
wasn't
know.
clean. Everybody's going to Disney's, right?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Totally. Smell. PU.
We did see Premonition John.
Oh my gosh,
Shout
we
out.
did in December, and I was mentioning to you on the flight. I was like, I wonder if John's gonna be there, and then we come up and there's John. I'm like, what?
Because I don't think you guys even knew he was going to be there, right?
No.
No, I had no
which
clue.
trip to LA was this? I'm getting confused.
This was the LA
The
Galaxy,
LA Galaxy.
MLS Cup
MLS Cup,
Championship.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So
So it wasn't even an event. He just happened to be there.
yeah,
Yeah, with a friend. Just
I'm like,
there,
hey.
like, what? I couldn't even believe it when I first saw it. Like, I was like, no.
Yeah,
like,
shout out
we were just
Premonition John.
talking about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
we're gonna see you again sometime this year. Don't know when, but we'll see you.
That's the best part about it. Don't know when.
Yeah,
But it'll happen. Yeah.
maybe Airliners
Airliners
International in Atlanta.
Exactly. Remember to bring that extra suitcase for all the planes you take back.
That was so funny when you
Oh
bought
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, so nobody else travels. Justin didn't do a thing, and that's the end of the podcast.
No.
Good. No. Hey,
Bye.
Justin.
Yeah.
Justin.
I am part of this, by the way.
Let's talk.
Are you sure you guys are done? Are you sure?
I think so.
I've been done.
Please. You're so humble.
Okay, so I did
Whatever.
do 91 flights last year. There you go.
Yeah, see, there
Oh,
you go.
wow.
Yeah. Let's continue to talk about me. Okay, so that was 88,000 miles. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're more interesting than I am, that's for sure.
I got nothing else. I'm just kidding. Go.
You want to talk. It's okay.
Hey, so let's talk about you did some flying as well. It wasn't just
Hey,
us
don't-
two.
don't give me that
This
cute,
is a
condescending-
3-person podcast. You know what? This is what happens when you treat me the way you did when this podcast started today.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
give you-
exactly.
Yeah.
Of course you're on his side. Shocking. Of course Paige is taking Adama's side.
So
That's new.
you want to treat me like this? I'm going to treat you like that.
Oh, what, like a condescending dad?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen here, children. I want you both
You did
to
some-
leave my house
You
now.
did some flying, didn't you? You took a couple flights, didn't you?
You did. You did some flying, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I know. Not nearly as cool as you guys. The only flight I'm really going to mention that's worth noting, I've flown several times, but I'll mention the flew Denver Air Connection from Waterton to Chicago.
Waterton, Waterton, New York, Waterton.
No, Waterton, South Dakota, brother.
Oh,
Waterton, South Dakota.
Crazy.
Good old 4-hour drive up there.
Yeah, 3.5, 4, whatever you want to call it.
Hour faster than you
Stayed in. So obviously, I just flew the one way, and then I flew American back from O'Hare into Omaha. So I don't know. I got a weird thing with like small airlines, like to fly, just weird, unique airlines. I've flown the Kearney route on the Denver Air Connection from between Denver and Kearney.
That's in Nebraska, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
EAR, Kearney.
Year.
So Waterton route is interesting. Well, not really, actually, at all. But anyway, I just wanted to knock out another route. This was the day after Christmas, flew this route. So the 26th of December, if you don't know what Christmas is, the 26th of December, flew Waterton to O'Hare. So luckily I talked Randall into driving me to, because he's probably one of the few people, so shout out Randall, that would be willing to even do this.
Shout out Randall.
Right?
Drive me up to Waterton. And where did we stay? We stayed in Brookings, I believe, the night before, and then just the next morning, because it was an early morning flight. It was like an 8 a.m. out of Watertown. I go Waterton. I'm not too sure which one it is.
I've always said
I don't know
Watertown,
either.
but
Waterton. I say Waterton, like a local. Anyway,
Like
yeah,
a
it's
local.
like
Yeah.
here in Norfolk, you would think it's Norfolk. So here in Nebraska.
but anyway, yeah. So woke up the next morning, drove to Brookings. I drove from Brookings to Waterton. So the Waterton airport is actually weirdly nice. They've got a total of 2 flights a day, both to Chicago.
Wow.
Actually, let me fact check that. It might be 3.
How many gates do they have? That's the question.
They've got one.
One gate.
One gate. But actually, what I'm getting at here is the Waterton Airport was recently redone and remodeled and like refurbished, and it's actually really nice. It's really nice, actually.
It's easy to
arguably nicer than Omaha right now, like generally speaking, although Omaha's coming. But anyway, so let's see. No, they've got a total of 2 flights. Excuse me. One to Chicago, one to Denver each day. And they're both Denver Air Connection flights.
Wow.
I mean, this is the definition of a small town airport. And the flight was full. Believe it or not, this is that's the point of the Denver Air Connection, is to connect these small suburbs and cities. And this is how they get to big cities like Denver and Chicago, that then you can get to the rest of the world. That's the purpose of the airline. Kind of like Alaska and the Milk Run, like how it all began. Like there's a reason why these flights exist. So it was kind of weird seeing the flight full. Like if you didn't know anything, you might think you might be the only one on this flight, but no, not the case. But like I said, Waterton Airport, really nice. Shout out to Waterton. So funny thing happened on the way to this. I've never had this happen before. So we're driving from Brookings. Like I said, it's about an hour flight. And we're about, yeah, totally. Nice work, producer. So we're driving from Brookings, about an hour drive. We're about like 15 minutes out. So Denver Air Connection, obviously the people that service the airport, they're the same people that check the bags, are the same people that check you in, are the same people that board the aircraft. They do everything, small airlines like that. So I get a call. It's about, I believe the flight boarded at 8:15. We're about 20 minutes outside Waterton, and I get a call from the Denver Air Connection. Not an automated message. It's literally the girl that's at the front desk asking me if I'm still going to be there.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy? It was a literal personal call. She was going down the list of people that had not gotten there yet, and was just asking them, that's called customer service, my man.
That's some real customer service.
Dedication.
I thought that was it was the weirdest, but also coolest thing I'd ever seen. Got a call. It wasn't even a spam number. It said Denver Air Connection on the caller ID,
Oh my
which was
gosh.
pretty cool. Obviously,
That's very helpful.
obviously I'm going to take that call.
Yeah.
Am I making it to Chicago?
So it's funny because she's like, I answered the phone, Justin here, and she says, yeah, just calling to see if you're still making the Waterton to O'Hare flight this morning. And I was like, yeah, planning on it. What's going on?
I know, right?
Why are you calling? But
Do you have the time wrong? Is it actually 10 minutes till boarding?
it was. We were cutting it kind of close, believe it or not. Shocking, right?
Yeah.
We were cutting it a little close. And like I said, this all goes back to the same people that check you in have to then get to the gate and board all the people. So when they close the check-in desk, that's it.
okay.
It's closed, as you've probably experienced with other, not necessarily major airlines, but small airlines like this. When the front desk closes, the check-in, when that closed, it's done. So she was just calling to see if we needed to wait. basically, like if your ETA is like 20 minutes out, we'll keep it open so that way that you can get in. Again, it's 2 flights a day, so like this is small town hospitality at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was actually pretty cool.
They're like, this guy ain't from here.
Because she asked, she was like, "Are you driving in from Brookings?" Like, just it was kind of a really cool experience. Just
It was really cool.
yeah, you know, versus like, you know, say if this were to hypothetically happen with American, first off, it'd be automated.
Right.
There'd be no person on the other end of the line.
No.
Hello,
me?
Justin.
So I like I like going
Press
back.
1 for yes. 2
I like
for
going back
no.
into my previous contacts here, and it says Denver Air Connection on.
That's really cool.
And I obviously favorited it, even though I'm never going to call them again. I did favorite it.
Maybe.
But anyway, so that was cool. The flight to Chicago, was uneventful. It's a very short flight, just right under an hour. But that's always been my calling card with Denver Air Connection is their snack baskets are legit. You can even look it up online. I'm sure there's several reviews like full size, king size, like candy bars
What?
and like full bags of popcorn and chips. Like, it's, excuse me, I almost went F word. It's awesome. It's really cool. Even full flights regardless. And they always come around multiple times. Like not just one grab at it. They'll come around
Sign me
multiple
up, man. Like,
They would love to have you. I'm trying to fly more
I would
routes.
love
on
to
there.
be there. Like, wow.
I brought it up before. We need to go Silver Airways on this one and take a different route.
Yeah.
Hey, we
good.
got to plan a trip this year, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, fit me in between your LA flights and we'll make it happen. Yeah. So, I mean, that's really I see here it is. Yeah, see Denver Air Connection on December 27th at 7:53 a.m. Got a call from them. It lasted all of 23 seconds.
wow, that was quick.
There was a lot of information passed in that 23 seconds. But anyway, yeah, cool experience in Waterton. Much better than you would anticipate. Again, the airport was recently redone, so it was really awesome. But yeah, I spent a day and a half in Chicago for reasons, and then flew back to Omaha on a major airline called American Airlines. It was quite the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
It felt like such a commercial experience, you know, like just
Yeah.
so many employees, so many aircraft. I
They
was like,
didn't
wow.
contact you beforehand to make sure you
No,
were-
they did, but but just for more like just for your credit card number and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I did want to shout out that Denver Connection moment because that was pretty cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I got.
What kind of aircraft was it?
So they have a fleet of Embraer 145s, and then that's what that was on. But they've also got a fleet of those. Was it Dornier Fairchild?
Yes.
I want to
Yes.
fly that one. Yeah.
Well, hey, they have the the McCook and the Alliance Nebraska routes. Fly those in between Denver.
Or which is the one that has the overhead wings and
Those are the Fairchilds.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metroliners, I think, is what they're called. But yeah, so there you go. Yeah, flew in. I guess there's. I mean, if we're talking way back from September, I guess there was Thanksgiving stuff like that. But yeah, Denver.
Yeah, you went down to
was the one I wanted
Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
shout out the A's down in Dallas.
Hey.
Yeah, good stuff.
So we all did a lot of flying.
Yeah.
You did the milk run too last year. Right.
Yeah, that's on a previous podcast if you want to hear about it.
Yeah.
That was episode. I don't know.
I
I
don't.
don't have that memorized.
Neither do I, but I'm sure it's in the title.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, we had a lot of traveling.
You did.
Do we have any plans for this year? Any besides maybe trying this?
You mean besides
Denver
trying
Air
to
Connection?
regularly doing a podcast? Maybe. Maybe.
Hey, we're back. Okay, we're back.
We'll see you again in 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Next episode will be 6 months. No, it won't.
It's just an annual episode now, one a year.
So-
God.
One a year.
Season 48, episode 1. Season 49, episode 1.
I don't know. I personally don't really have aviation goals. Like I would like to make goals, but like they're probably goals I can't achieve. Weirdly, but I don't know. What about you? Trying to get Delta status again?
No, not this year.
Check
you know,
back in April.
Exactly.
Delta's now a credit card company.
Check
and
back in
I'm
April.
Just not. I'm
when
not
you've
here
gone
for
to
status
Milan
anymore.
3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm taking different routes to Milan for. I told you guys earlier, so got this Iceland Air that I'm going to be taking, and I don't know that French airline what it's called.
He's talking about himself again.
The company.
Is that how you say it? By the way,
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
have no idea, but that kind of sounds maybe kind of right. I don't know.
That's
We'll-
how it's.
we'll find out.
That's how
We'll
it
find out.
looks.
Yeah, in fact, I will. Yes, I will give you guys
Yes. I need a status report on that.
one of those. I don't really have any plans except just taking different routes to Milan and wherever I head. So I don't.
I'm just kind of rolling with the punches this year.
We're gonna rendezvous in LA for your birthday. Yeah.
We will be.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. We are all
I'll see
doing
you
that.
for sure. I'll plan to be there. Hoping to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents are going to be there.
Your parents are going to be there?
And meet the parents.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to go now.
I have a few friends from different parts of the U.S. that are going to be there.
Look at Paige.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
at
Paige has
Paige.
friends from different parts of the U.S.
I have a few people flying in. For
Now, if you get somebody to fly in international,
Are
There you
these
go.
like AVL chat friends? What do you mean?
They do watch AVL. That's where I met them from. But we chat. We're all Lufthansa fanatics, and so we have our Lufthansa chat, and we'll chat together. And so that's where I kind of drop that. And yeah, so I'm excited to see some of them. And then you two, hopefully you do,
Pending.
will be there. My parents will be there.
Adama will be there for sure.
Kevin will
I plan on being
actually
there.
be streaming on my birthday, the day we're all going to be meeting up at the H. So that'll be kind of cool.
there you go. You can immortalize your birthday.
Exactly.
Somehow you
I
get
changed
on that
your life
podcast.
introducing you guys to the H and AVL. I changed your lives.
Yeah.
You son of a... I'm not saying it.
No.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any other plans. So we did have some sad news, unfortunately, yesterday. So this
We
podcast
did.
was recorded right after the American Airlines flight.
Yes. So we're doing this on Thursday, and yesterday was Wednesday, the 29th. So
Yeah. Justin, you and I discussed it, like how Reagan is a very... the airspace is just so tight, unfortunately.
There's multiple cities out there that
it's
have
very congested, very
airspace like
busy.
this.
Like LA. LA is so specific, and climb up to 5,000 feet, turn and do this.
I would say the notable ones in the U.S. are like Dallas, L.A., and definitely Washington D.C. They've got
Yeah.
something that's a rare fact that Av geeks probably know, but it's got the busiest runway in the United States. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, and military also is involved. So we'll see.
Was it a Black Hawk, right? Or what is it?
Black Hawk.
Yeah. And so
Unfortunately, a mid-air collision. Yeah, very rare
I
happening.
haven't
But
seen
Yeah.
that.
It's not something I ever thought I would ever see.
just want to say the system is not broken.
Nope.
No.
No.
Unfortunately, events have happened. Came out of Wichita, Kansas, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, they were
south of here.
in the news for all the wrong reasons. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the system's not broken. We've had 150 million thousand flights since, the last disaster that had happened.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's perfectly fine. So
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Very
mistakes happen.
unfortunate scenario. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's happening, and we'll see what comes from it. I'm not going to make any speculations or anything like that. So,
Right.
well, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Paige's polls, and then close it up. So,
Woo woo.
we'll be right
and we'll
back.
see you next year.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Exit Row.
Yo, what's up?
All right, guys.
There we go. That's what we want to hear.
It felt forced.
There we go.
It felt forced.
You know what? It's time for Paige's polls.
Here we go.
Paige's polls. Paige's polls. I really should have this recorded.
Okay, well, I was going to come in and say polls, but then you messed it up.
Oh,
So,
So good to be back.
there
So
we go.
good to be
Yeah.
Hey, see, we're still rusty. Polls.
polls.
we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
These polls were originally voted on in like 4th
Yeah,
week of
this is
September.
so long ago. So if you don't remember,
Some of
we
these
don't
people-
remember either.
Some of these people might not even follow us anymore. Who
Oh,
knows?
God.
Oh,
Sad.
Well, they
All
probably
right.
thought the podcast was dead. That's what I'm getting at.
yeah.
Bringing it back to life?
Not like Roadway, though.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
There we go.
That's
All
not
right.
bringing it back to life. But the plane did get a new tail painted on it, and that's
Hey.
bringing it back to life a little bit. So,
Back to
Well, it wasn't dead. Just the Redway was, not the aircraft.
yeah.
The
She's
aircraft
still
is
alive
not
and
Or
well.
is the Red Dead Way. So
Yeah, the dumb A319.
It was an A320. And for your
that's right, it
information,
was an
A319s are not dumb. They're the cutest planes ever.
All right, relax.
okay. Listen, you two.
We all know where.
You know what?
We all know where I'm at on it.
And it's where you shouldn't be, honestly.
Get to your polls.
Get to your polls. All right, poll number 1.
All right. Poll number 1.
You're supposed to say, all right, guys.
All right, guys. Poll number 1.
There we go.
Have you ever done a go round? Yes or no? Reason. Yes came out at 68%, no 32%. And we had a few responses. A-list flyer Chris, when the Max first came back, high and hot with a tailwind and an LBB.
High and hot.
High and hot.
I'm going to start saying that.
LBB, that's Long Beach, right?
LGB is
Lubbock,
Long Beach.
Texas.
LBK is
Lubbock.
I think.
I
Don't
don't
quote me
know.
on that, but I
Wait,
believe
what was
that's
it again? LBK?
LBB.
Oh, LBB. Yes, that's Lubbock. Yeah.
Okay. So then MBG Aviation, twice commercially, both for wind shear, privately a ton for training because he has his private pilot license.
Fun.
Jet Set Shirts, traffic on the runway was high, early go around, not too dramatic, but in a 757, so bonus points.
Nice.
Listen to those engines.
And that's kind of how mine was, is what my go around was
Whoa.
as well. Words are hard.
Wow.
Stroking out.
Strong. Allison N 860, jet on the runway at DCA. More than words.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Too soon.
More than words, flying into Memphis and a thunderstorm was over the airport.
Thunderstorm over the airport.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was your dad.
That was. Oh wait, what?
That was more than words. That was your dad.
Sorry, I wasn't clearly. I'm paying attention.
Wow, Dad.
Yeah.
Randall.
Yeah, more than. Yeah, totally. Yes. Thank you, Randall, for the input. I was. Interesting. I'm here.
Okay.
You're here a little bit. Only a little bit.
That's funny. Shout out Randall, or AKA More Than Words. It's a
Yeah.
joint account, by the way,
Yeah.
with my mom that probably doesn't even realize it's a joint account.
Exactly.
It's funny because when you went to Watertown, I messaged that account thinking it was you because of whatever state I was in because you're never on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And so I texted and I was like, oh shit. Or oh crap. Let me go ahead and
You
text
messaged that
you.
account thinking it was me.
Yes.
That's so funny. Because, yeah, he posted your takeoff.
That's funny because I've never heard this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
either.
He's holding back information.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways, I text
Wow.
I text you. I was like, I better text. It's better.
I'm on Instagram every once in a while.
Just a little bit.
That's funny.
So
funny.
yeah, have you done a go round?
No.
Go
No, I was thinking something else, but not a go around. No. I had a takeoff where we came back, but that's not a go around. But no, unless you want to count like training, like Matt did. But I don't commercially. No.
Yeah, because I've done a bunch during, like, in the Cessna and stuff like that.
Oh, you've done a bunch, huh, Paige?
A bunch,
Yeah, quite a
like
few.
2.
More than that. My
I've
God.
done it so many times. Like
Come on, guys, I'm the queen of go rounds. Like
Paige has done so many go arounds.
myself, I don't know. I don't think
E4B.
I don't think commercially, but definitely once or twice in the A4B. So yeah.
Planned versus unplanned.
Oh, yeah. With the E4B, that's a valid question.
It's probably it was planned. Yeah. So
But you never had one commercially. It's kind of funny. As much as some people fly, it's kind of funny that some of the things they've never experienced.
yeah,
You know,
it would be cool to experience.
versus like there'll be people out there that have flown twice in their life and they've had major things happen on their flight.
I know.
But you have someone that flies 90 flights a year and they're like never done a go around.
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
I cannot think of when I did a go around. I think the scariest times I ever thought we were gonna have to do a go around was like my first commercial flight ever, which was from Atlanta to Omaha, and it was in the snow, and that's actually like 22 years ago this weekend,
Ooh.
or 23,
Wow.
24 years ago this weekend, and yeah, that was. I thought we were going to do a go around or not land there, so I think that's probably.
We're going around. I think we're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's snowing and it's a blizzard, and this is not
Oh,
Georgia.
you mentioned that story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, so yeah, no, not for me.
And that's a no for me, dog.
That's a no dog.
No for me.
No go around. No go on the go around.
No go.
Yeah. No go for the go around. So, yeah.
I'm down for a go around. You know,
It was fun.
I
And
always tell
that's
the pilots when I get on the plane, I'm like, hey, I'm down for a go around when we get there.
just bring it around one more time.
I just
Just
want to let you know when we get there, I'm down.
give
for
me a
go-around.
tour of downtown.
down for a
Just,
go-around.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I've got 764 miles or
flight sim.
hours on flight sim. I think
You
I can
need
do it.
me,
I can hit that toga
Need
button.
me, I'll be in 17B, brother.
I'll flap it up. Let's go. All right. Poll number 2.
Boom. So this is a hot topic I saw on Threads. When it comes to reclining your seat, do you
Oh.
think it's acceptable to recline, or do you believe people should be considerate of those sitting behind them and not recline? So the choices were: it's okay to recline, don't recline, it's inconsiderate, or it depends on context.
Yeah,
This one,
that last
was-
part is
yes.
crucial.
Depends on depends on context. Came in at 40%. It's okay, 37. Don't recline, 23. And then, of course, I said why. Any other thoughts? So we'll start off with my mom because hers was kind of...
Shout out Paige's mom.
Paige's mom. I'm just kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't wait to meet Paige's mom. Paige's
Pages.
None of us can
We're
work.
gonna call you
We need to
Pages.
call this pod soon before we lose it.
We're just completely losing it. So she said, I think you should at least ask first, but I have stubbies for legs, so it's not an issue for me. And I kind of relate to that.
Short moms unite. You know what I'm saying? My mom's in that community as well. My mom's in that community.
Same.
Yeah, we really need to end this podcast soon.
I'm just going to hang up the mic. I'm going to let you finish it.
So Jet Set Shirts kind of had a hot take, which I think we all could kind of relate to.
Hot take.
Recline on a 1 hour flight? Nah. Multi-hour overnight flight? Absolutely.
Nah.
And so that was kind of a hot take. We also had some saying, if you're in business class, it's fine. If you're in economy, don't. I paid for the seats that recline. HGrief_ said that.
Oh, you paid for the seat.
So
yeah,
you-
just ask Ryanair about paying for a seat.
Yeah,
I
right.
love their social
Oh, me
media.
too.
You got your seat. Yeah, you got a seat.
Yeah. And then my dad said, IH_Mike, I don't think the seats should recline as far as they do. A slight recline is acceptable.
Paige's dad. No. All right, say that again. One more time.
I don't think the seats should recline as far as they do. A slight recline is acceptable.
So like he's saying, limit the recline. Yeah.
Yeah. And then D. O'Malley, recline courteously, not 0 to hero.
I love it. I love it. I agree. I so agree.
I love.
Well
yeah.
said. Well
Recline
said.
slow, not everything all at once, so everything on your tray table doesn't go yeeting off in different directions, and you get slammed into your knees, and it's just a disaster. Yeah. MBG Aviation kind of said the same thing with leg room, red eyes. Everyone's sleeping, so it depends on time of day.
A lot of
Armin,
people are on the same page here.
yeah, Armin V CPT, reclining on an overnight flight. Yeah, so pretty much the same stuff, kind of all on the same page for that.
Dom,
Mostly.
you brought up an interesting point. We talked off air.
Yeah. First off, I wanted to say shout out to O'Malley because O'Malley was actually also asking about the podcast. He has listened to
Yeah.
every podcast and really knows it
He
intently.
does. He'll
turns out
ask us like specific questions about it. Like,
Turns out people listen to this, I guess,
Yeah.
which is why we're back.
Shout out O'Malley.
It turns out people listen to this.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't wait
really
to see you again.
awesome. Me too. I'm excited.
Okay, so personally, I think that you should pay to recline.
Like you have a card reader on the back of your seat and you have to
No,
swipe your
no,
card.
no,
and
no,
pay.
no, not like that.
Well, actually, yes, like that. That's actually how it should be.
The credit card itself is when you pay, all right, and when you pay for your flight. I think personally that if you are on a basic economy flight or a basic economy ticket in the back of the aircraft, no recline for you.
No.
No recline. I'm trying to do the from Seinfeld. No recline for you.
The no suit for you.
Yeah. And then if you're just economy, then you get to maybe go 2 inches. And then if you're, premium economy,
2 inches is a lot, brother.
I'm just saying, you get
Just in your face.
the slight recline, right? You get that slight recline.
What is 2 inches going to realistically do for you, though? I'm going to be honest.
I don't know.
Hey, come on, 2 inches is a lot.
2 inches is a lot to some people, right? Like,
It can please.
It depends on who you are, I guess. But like,
Please. As this guy sits in first class everywhere, look at him.
I know.
Look at
He's
him.
laying
dictating.
flat in every flight he takes.
Look at him dictating what others.
I know.
yeah. Well,
know?
again, you pay.
He's restricting
To-
us. And he's
Actually,
not
I
fair
really
to
don't
this.
mind the credit. Like, it sounds funny, but I really don't mind what you said, Paige. Like, if there's a little card reader in the front, and if it sounds funny, but
We
that's
had
a
those
good way
back
to
in
go
the
about
day.
it. Yeah,
They had credit
That's
cards.
not a bad way to go about it. If you
Not to recline your seat, though.
And honestly, that's the most airline thing ever: paying to recline.
Yeah, you should pay to recline.
It sounds like a Spirit thing or a Frontier thing.
I don't care. I think it's a great idea.
Oh my god.
You should
Actually,
pay to
don't
recline.
mind it. Yeah.
Adama, you would have an airline and you just make everybody mad.
Okay, but remember last year I was on a flight and somebody's iPad laptop was just completely destroyed.
things
yeah.
Yeah, because people are those jerks who just I've got this. It's free.
All at once.
Yeah.
Just
WWE SmackDown just gonna take out your laptop. It's just like jerks. Yeah.
That really made you mad. And it didn't even happen to you.
I know. You were texting me during that flight, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna get bad." Like,
Yeah,
and-
I mean, it did too for a little bit. I thought we were going to land the aircraft somewhere else.
oh boy. Yeah,
so-
because they wanted the pilots to come out and deal with it. I'm like, what are they going to be able to do?
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot that. Yeah, it should be courteous for sure.
Oh, yeah. And again, this is flying. Not everyone's going to be doing it right.
No, just like the people who take who have the middle seat, who do get the armrest, but the aisle person takes your armrest.
Yeah. I actually had somebody from our flight from Minneapolis to LA actually elbow my arm off the armrest, and I was in the middle seat.
You should have elbowed it back.
I put my arm back, just like the guy who reached up above me on our flight back out on that same trip, who reached up above me and shut my window shade.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he was talking so obnoxiously on the phone behind me, and then all of a sudden he reached over my head
He was talking on the phone during the flight? What?
right before it,
Oh, gotcha.
obnoxiously, and he reached above my head and shut my window shade.
Did you
Popped
open
that
it
thing
back?
right back open. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm like, what the audacity of you, bro? Like,
Because you paid
the
for that
world?
window seat.
yeah, this is my window. I'm like, the world doesn't revolve around you.
It revolves around you. Yeah, that's
This
right.
window does.
The only power I have on this aircraft.
Yeah, if you're reaching an aisle in front of you, yeah, you got some,
Yeah.
for sure. You got some balls. That's for sure.
Yeah. So yes, just recline. If the airplane company, if they decide to keep seats to be able to recline, then yeah, you should be able to pay to recline. It should be kind of like you're talking about the credit card thing. Honestly, if you've ever seen, first class, international, just saying, at some of these suites, they actually lock up the doors so that way
Yeah.
Oh,
for takeoff and
yeah.
landing. So it should be kind of the same way. Like when they're coming in, Southwest is like, okay, what do you want to drink? Oh, you're getting alcohol? Oh, well, you also wanted the seat recline? Okay, I'll be right back. Give me your credit card.
So how much would you charge people per inch to recline?
Oh, we're doing I didn't even talk about per inch, but
Per inch.
man, really? Yes. $5 an inch at least. At least.
Oh my gosh.
Man, think about it. You get that. You know what? I'd like 5 inches. Or like,
Okay, you should be able to go all the way to lie flat. If you're going to pay per inch, you should be able to go all the way to lie flat.
there you go. Life, that's 180 degrees, right?
Meaning you're in
So
the person's
God.
lap. Meaning you're in their lap.
sounds great.
Yeah, but if you're going to pay for it, you're in their lap. Yeah.
Wait, this isn't Hooters Air again. Right?
Shout out.
Defunct airline
Shout
right
out
there.
Hooters
Oh
Air.
god.
People don't know. They
Shout
know.
out.
So yeah. You two?
What?
Just, yeah. Should recline?
Pay per inch. I'm down.
Paper inch.
Let's make it happen.
I think I'm kind of with my dad on this one as far as being a little, slower and maybe not so drastic in O'Malley, like low and slow. You don't have to go all at once and just, like WWE SmackDown, freaking the person behind you and crush their drinks, crush their laptop, disintegrated food. Like,
But that is the other thing. Like the other person, you have to be aware. Like the other person could be coming back at any point.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. You have to be careful
Yeah.
of your laptop, unfortunately, and all that.
Yeah.
So you did kind of bring up a good point. Low and or slow, right? So maybe if they would just, make the
Resistance
seats,
on them.
put some, huge resistance, or make it so that it really does come back very slowly.
Or like in cars, the electronic,
Right.
button you press and it just does that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
More electronics on a plane. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a little
Try to
dicey,
wire all that and do that. Yeah. But yeah, so
Resistance that could be a thing. You should present it to the airlines. Hey, I could make some money off of that.
make reclining great again. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Gosh.
Justin's like, no, don't do it.
No, I'm down for doing that, just not the way you worded it.
Yeah.
Words have been interesting for all of us today.
Well, anyways.
Communication has become difficult.
Yep. So let's say on that note, you can follow us on the Instagram. I forget what our actual Instagram handle is.
I'm sure if you
The
search
Exit
The
Row
Exit
Pod?
Row
I'm sure
Pod.
if you search the exit rail, you'll find it.
The Exit Row Pod.
The Exit Row Pod. Yep.
Paige, where can we see you on the Instagrams?
Oh, you can see me a few places, but my first place is
Number
almost
one.
Daughter Paige. It's my
Number
first
one.
place.
Number 2,
Number 2, Paige's Planes. That's for my models.
3.
3, my
3? There's
travel
a
buddy.
3? Oh my.
Yeah, my travel buddy
that's right.
adventures with Aileron.
All right. So 4.
That's
Not yet.
That's it.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
There's
yet.
definitely a 4th one coming.
There's the
You know there is.
Exoropod page. That's what it's going to be. The Exoropod
Paige's
page.
vibes.
Justin, where can we follow
Not
you?
at More Than Words at spotting.omaha.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
It is a. I mean, it's an account that exists.
Hey,
I'm thinking about posting again. I know I've said that a few times, but
You got to post so that I can put it in
thinking
my
about
story
posting
and really
again,
make
yeah.
it interesting like back in the day, you know?
at least
been a
I
while.
know, when Creighton wins. I know.
Exactly.
I will post when Creighton wins.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And you can follow me. Photography by Adama D. I
Nice.
tell you, I totally forget. Like, it's getting late. So,
It's late here, yeah.
for us 3 out here in Omaha, Nebraska, safe travels, and make sure your pets are.
Oh, shout out
born.
Henry, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, our mascot.
forgot about that. Yeah. So yes, from us 3, we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.
See you in 6 months, actually. We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we'll see you in 5 years.
Jeez.